Welcome back to Clarity and Order, the Carrie Kaufman Way. I'm your host, Carrie. If you've ever stood in the middle of your room, in your home, surrounded by piles and thought, where do I even start? You're not alone. Most people think organizing is about buying bins and containers, but the truth is, organizing is about creating systems that work for you. Today, I'm going to walk you through how to begin organizing like a professional organizer. Clutter is rarely about just stuff. It's often about time, decisions, and emotions. Let's make sure we're setting ourselves up for success. You need to have the right tools. So let's talk about trash bags, donation bags. Labels are my personal favorite. Some containers, we'll talk about it later. Cleaning products, sticky notes, maybe a shredder, boxes for donations, or to move things from one space to another. We're going to clean as we go. First, we're going to make a plan for donations. We're going to identify where donations are going. Either it's your local thrift store, we're going to schedule a pickup, we're going to donate to a specific organization, or you're going to post items on your local Facebook Buy Nothing or your local free group. Most projects, I say, start before trash comes, if possible. Beginning a project a day or two before trash pickup ensures that you're going to get stuff out of the house immediately. We're going to take a before and after photo. This helps you clearly see the progress that you've made and what you've accomplished, even if you've only worked for an hour to 6 hours. I want you to have water and snacks to keep you hydrated, to keep you going, something to fuel you up, because this is going to be a lot, and we can't sugarcoat that. What I want you to do is I want you to create a vision for your space before you begin. Picture what you want the space to look like when you're done. Ideally, the vision includes a clutter-free and allows spaces to be used for its intended purpose. Remember, that's my superpower. So I'm going to share that with you. So we're going to toss, recycle, donate as you go. And don't let these items sit in your home. You want to get them out. I also want you to get into a great mindset. You're working alone. You're going to be your biggest cheerleader. The project may feel daunting, but you can do it. I want you to stay focused, take breaks when you need them, and look back at your before and after photos to see how far you've come. And most importantly, just keep going. You've got your tools in place. You're setting your time limit. You've got your fuel. You've got water. Now you're ready to do exactly what I would do if I was in your space. How do we tackle each space? Let's start with your bedroom. We're going to go in. You're going to go in. You're going to go hanger by hanger and ask yourself, do I want it? Do I need it? Do I use it? And will I actually wear it? I want you to go to the next one. And I want you to repeat those words, that phrase in your head. Do I want it? Do I need it? Do I use it? And I want you to repeat the process for the rest of the closet. I don't want you to change your hangers around. I don't want you to do anything like that. We're just going to keep it simple. I want you to clean as you go. I want you to declutter as you go. Have your bags ready to go. Either there's trash, there's anything that needs to be recycled. You can do textile recycling, and then your donations. And if you're filling up the bag, that's wonderful. You should be proud of yourself, of what you've accomplished. When you're done, I want you to take your after photo. I want you to see the progress that you've made either on a big space or a little space. And you being honest about how you're starting your day, and you're taking out the physical stress and you're taking out the mental stress, I want you to say to yourself, this is how I want my closet to look. This is how I want the space to look. I want to be able to come in here and not have to worry about what I'm wearing, what I'm not wearing. I want you to be like, I'm not going to get stressed anymore going ahead and coming into a space that I should love. All right. I want you to repeat the process with your dresser drawers. I want you to start on the top of the dresser. A lot of times people will go ahead and have everything on their dresser. They have, their colognes, their brushes, their children's artwork. I want you to be like, no, I want a serene place. That serene place in your bedroom does not include anything from your children. This is your space. It's your partner's space. It should be just you. But again, you're going to be asking yourself, do I want it? Do I need it? Do I use it? You've got the trash bag ready. You've got the recycle bag ready. You've got your donation bag ready. Again, you can take a photo of it. I want you to go through your drawers. Underwear drawer, sock drawer, your pajamas, your t-shirts, your workout gear. I want you to look through all of it and really ask yourself, okay, do I really need 24 pairs of socks? How many pairs that are actually matching? How many do we actually use? Open your bra and underwear drawer. Do we still have maternity bras? Do we still have maternity underwear in there? And let me tell you, there's a lot of them out there because I see it every day. They were used for a purpose and no more. So let's make sure we get them out. Okay, big thing, kitchen, pantry. Same thing. I want you to go through each drawer. I want you to really ask yourself, okay, am I using this? I saw it once on, Instagram. An influencer said this changed her way that she cooks. You went ahead and bought it, and guess what? It didn't help you at all. But guess what? Now it's free clutter. Well, it's not free clutter. You bought it. It's now clutter that you bought, put it into your kitchen cabinet, and never using again. Let's make sure that we go ahead and donate it to somebody else that could use it. Now let's talk about the free clutter that we're bringing into our kitchen. Yeah, we're bringing free clutter into our kitchen. The items that we're getting from Wawa or Chick-fil-A or from our favorite Chinese places. They're putting bags with the soy sauce, our mustard, all of those kind of free condiments that we're getting, and we're bringing it back home and using maybe one out of the 3 or 4 that we get. And then all of a sudden you find a drawer, you have 30, 40 little packets of mustard, ketchup, the Chick-fil-A secret sauce. We don't need it. Get rid of it. You can donate it, by the way. Donate it to a local food pantry. They would love to have it. Same thing with all of those little packets of napkins and little plastic silverware. You don't use it. You're just shoving it in a drawer. You can donate those too. The other thing that helps with the kitchen is keeping only the items that you're using on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. If you have a margarita mixer, if you've got plasticware that you're only using during the summer, it doesn't need to be in your kitchen right now. Let's make a conscious effort to go ahead and place all of those items that we're using for the summer someplace else. Maybe it's in the cabinet above the refrigerator that's not getting use. Put everything up there. You still need to keep it, but you don't need to keep it in front of you every day. The other thing that I love to do, everyone knows who's worked with me and who follows me, is my label maker. I can't live without my label maker. My clients can't live without my label maker. You place a label on a drawer, in a cabinet, in your pantry, and label everything. If you want people to stop asking you where things are, put a label on it. You would be surprised on how many times that a label can save a family from questions all day, all night long. What I do for clients is inside the cabinet drawers, label where things go. So if you're not putting things away, somebody else is. Open that cabinet drawer. This is where I want the colander to go. This is where I want the Vitamix parts to go to. Label it right there. What I like about these labels is that they're plastic. You can rip them off. You can go ahead and place them over and over again in the different places that you need to. Now, the other thing I like is clear bins for your pantry. Again, let me just say again, I hate packaging. I'm walking into homes and I go through their pantry and I'm seeing all of these boxes, these containers, and I'm like, let me just, how many granola bars are in this box? Can you guess? And most of the times it's, well, no, it should be a full box. And then I'll turn the box over and I'll empty it. I'm like, packaging is not making your life any easier. Get rid of it. Get a bin. Clear bin is preferred. Put everything in it and label. Same thing with all of the other packaging. Your sugar, your flour, your things like that. And people are like, well, how am I supposed to know when it expired? Guess what? You throw a label on it. Throw a label on it. Flour, all purpose. Bread flour, almond flour. And on the back, you go ahead. This expires in August of 2026. So then you know. Well, Carrie, then what am I supposed to do when I'm running out and I go ahead and add more flour to it? Well, you go ahead and clean it out and you take out the old, put it in the package, put the new one in, and you have it ready to go. Use the stuff on top. It's really that simple. Containing things, putting a label on it makes a huge difference. Same thing with the kids' things. Sometimes I introduce drawers for your kids. Kids are in and out of the kitchen all the time. Saves time, save chaos. Going ahead and giving them a drawer just for themselves and labeling things. This is where the plates go. This is where the cups go. So they can be self-efficient in their space and your space as well. But again, it's one less thing that you need to do for them. The other thing, when I'm working with clients who have young families, maybe they're in grade school and they're like, how do I go ahead and keep my kitchen organized and still have my family contribute to keeping it organized? And I always tell them the best thing that you can do is show them. Show them this is where we go ahead and keep the granola bars. This is where we go ahead and keep the single serving snacks. But when you're coming home from the store or, Costco, BJ's, have them help you as well. You don't need to do everything. That's another thing that we need to do it to stay organized. They can go ahead and open a package and put their milks in or their single serve of their granola bars. Things like that will make a big difference. It also is going to help you, every day in the kitchen. All right, home office. We're going to consider what the main function of the space is. Is it just for the home? Is it a combination of home and work? Or is it a combination of home, work, and office? All of those files or spaces needs to be designated. And again, how do we do that? With a label. If you're filing, we need to have proper labels on everything. Back to my label maker. So we know exactly what you're putting back in the files. And if somebody needs to get to them right away, they're not reading your chicken scratch. They're able to find things quickly and efficiently. My rule of thumb is, if possible, do color-coded files. That can be for any color that you would want. So if your favorite color is green, make sure your items are in green. If your husband or your partner likes to have purple, then go ahead and do that. But a designation is how to go ahead and keep things simplified and organized. The other thing is keeping items in front of you that you need. Again, it's always going to come back to a daily, weekly basis. Taxes. We all need to keep them, but we don't need to keep them filed in and causing clutter and stress in our file cabinets. So only keep in front of you what's essential. So either the last year or the last 2 years, and then pack everything away in a space that you're able to access them, but again, don't need to have in front of you on a daily, weekly basis. Okay, so you've done all this. You've decluttered. You've organized. You've cleaned as you go. You've taken your befores and after photos, and you're feeling you're in your good space. Now, what happens if you're already overwhelmed by it all? Let's try a slower approach, but still being beneficial. So you've got tools in front of you. I want you to take your before and after. And this time I want you to set a timer on your phone. I want you to start by taking things out for the next 10 minutes. That could be trash. It could be recycle. It could be donate. And then I want you to stop after the 10 minutes. I want you to walk away. You can go back to work. You could go back to watching your show. You could go ahead and do a load of laundry. And then wait 1 hour and repeat the process. And I want you to see how that works. So you're like, hey, that wasn't too bad. And you walk away again. After that 20, I want you to come back and being like, hey, this is kind of doable. I can do this. So let's increase that timer to 20 minutes. I want you to see the progress that you're able to make by just taking small steps, but still achieving the same thing. Sometimes you can, get lost in your music. I want you to keep your spirits up. If you walk into a space that's got a lot of memories for you, I don't want you to touch them because I don't want you to derail your progress. I want you to stay focused. I want you to stay organized. I want you to remind yourself that I can do this and I'm doing this for a reason. I want to reduce the stress and the clutter and the chaos in my home. So after you've done all that, I want you to say, I've got this. And I can move on to another space in my home. I want you to remember, I want you to avoid backsliding. Keep those before and after photos, the before and your after. I want you to see them again in 6 weeks. I want you to revisit that space. Is it looking like the before or is it still looking like at the after? You'll see where your progress is or if you're kind of backsliding a little bit. But you've made progress, and that's what you should be proud of. If today's episode inspired you to start organizing, please follow the podcast and share it with somebody who might need a little organizing motivation too. You can like and follow the show on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify, so you never miss a new episode. You can always follow me on Instagram, Facebook, where I share organizing tips, my before and after transformations, and simple ways to keep your home running smoothly. If you need a little help organizing, You can find my services at carriesessentialsservices.com. And there I will be happy to help you organize and create a home that truly works for you and your lifestyle.